Hello, gig economy enthusiasts. We need a name for you all. Gig economy enthusiasts. I don't know. You need to come up with a name. Let's think of a name. Anyways, thank you so much for listening to the Gig Economy podcast. First up, Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV, 532-6600, or you can schedule service online at irvines.com. We can't thank them enough for being the studio sponsor of the Gig Economy podcast. And any kind of service you need in the Grand Rapids area, hell, if you're anywhere in the world or the country, please come see Irvine's if you need some car repairs. They do not work on Volkswagens or Teslas, as we found out many episodes ago, but they are definitely the experts in EVs and hybrids. 532-6600 or irvines.com. Please support the local business that helps us. If you do go in there or even get an estimate, maybe you don't even get service, just when you make contact with them, tell them you heard about them on the Gig Economy podcast. Moose Financial is the new home for your gig business. So there's a lot of cards out there. DoorDash has a card. Uber has a card. Have Moves be your card. They offer up to $1,000 cash advance based on your earnings. So, for a month, you average, let's say, $500 a week on gig work. You can get a interest-free loan up to $500, which is freaking badass. They also, what is cool is they're trying to get as much stock owned by gig workers. So they have the Moves Collective. Basically, when you earn $5,000 in your debit card, you don't have to deposit $5,000, but when you earn your first $5,000, you get offered a stock, whatever the current stock is that they're offering, either Grubhub, Uber, DoorDash, or whatever. And that's really cool because I think at some point when we all own a little bit of the company, maybe they'll start listening to us a little bit more. You can download their app at iOS and Android. Please download it. The link is in the description. It really helps us. Again, just like Irvine's, it helps us when you support the ads. And then, of course, HeyGuysMediaGroup.com. That is the production company that produces this show, which is a.k.a. me and Jesper. But we love podcasts and we love editing. If you want to start a podcast or you know somebody that wants to start a podcast, HeyGuysMediaGroup.com. All right, guys, thanks. Enjoy the show. Hi, guys. Welcome to the Gig Economy podcast. January 19th, 2022. Back for the new year. Well, second time back for the new year.
We did that last time.
Right. Thanks for joining us tonight. This studio is sponsored by Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. Check out their new logo in the corner. We can't thank them enough. If you could do me a favor and please share the show to your local Facebook group. Local Facebook group. What am I, a boomer? Retweet it on Twitter. Subscribe on YouTube. Hit the like button. We appreciate that. Everything gig economy related, go to Gig Economy Podcast, gigeconomy-podcast.com. Of course, the link tree in the description to get all our links for downloads.
And now follow us on TikTok.
On TikTok, yeah. Search Gig Economy Podcast on TikTok. It's mostly just clips right now from previous shows, but I try to do stuff, but I got so many irons in the fire. Want to thank our Patreon members, Janet from New Zealand, who's on the chat right now, Larry from Bowling Green, Samson from Grand Rapids, Steve from Colorado, Chris from Grand Rapids, James from Fort Collins, and Bud Dickman from Who the Fuck Knows.
We do know.
I know. It's just funny to say it that way. Steve from Colorado is on the chat too. Love to have you join us in our Telegram group. I'm doing a little bit of rideshare, y'all, because it's slow as shit right now, and I don't want to do it, but I need money. So I've been chatting a little bit in there. Check that out. Everything that you need to know about the show is in the description. Of course, Steve from Rideshare Rodeo, I kind of call it our sister podcast, who's like our biggest cheerleader. I swear Steve talks about our show more than he talks about his show. But that's why I want you to check out his show. Search Rideshare Rodeo anywhere from... anywhere you download podcasts, or you can look him up at uberliftdrivers.com. He's amazing. What is all over my screen here? It's like I wrote on it with an ink pen. Jesper, how are you doing? I know I just talked a lot for like 2 minutes. I try to
great.
I try to get the shit done quick, and then we can get.
It was this whole mental image of what actually was on your screen.
Touche. I can honestly say, Jesper, I have never masturbated on this computer. I can just say that with confidence. It has never happened.
That you know of.
Well, it ain't me. If it's somebody else, if you're sneaking in here, I don't know. Anyways, so glad to see you guys all in the chat. Pete, Steve, Matt Kennedy, of course, Mark. Jesper's kind of quiet. You say that every time.
I think you need to turn me up.
I know, but
I don't know.
I'll turn you up a little bit.
I can just talk louder.
Please don't. You blow my eardrums out. Good God.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. So thank you all for joining. We're excited to get started tonight. Before we do that, stories from the road. As you know, I'm doing gig work, and Jesper is
not,
but he supports the gig economy in other ways by I don't know. He shows up and records with us.
What am I doing? I still follow along and everything, and I kind of look at all the cool things. Just generally follow along what's happening in the gig economy industry, and it's still awesome. I miss it like heck. I just do. But again, I have some responsibilities for my family, responsibilities for my first job, and it's just doing the best we can.
Right. And Mark, you bring up a good point about Jesper. Like, I need to get Jesper a new stand because currently the mic is in his Adam's apple and not in front of his mouth. You notice where my mouth. Somebody take a screenshot of this. Jesper. Yeah. You notice my mouth is right up against the mic, and I think Jesper needs a nice new mic stand like this so it doesn't fall down the whole time.
You're not gonna be approved to buy it anymore.
I might just buy it myself. Okay, stories from the road. One thing I want to talk about is I had the craziest DoorDash delivery. So DoorDash, you'd typically think McDonald's or Wendy's or whatever. I had a DoorDash for Meijer. And I'm like, okay. And it does happen on occasion, shop for stuff.
DoorDash from Meijer?
Yeah, groceries. It was like 15 items, but it was it was like a $20 payout. So, Pete. But so I was like, okay, I'll go do it. I think I had a Amazon route that day. So I was like, I'll go pick this off. I go in there. This lady, everything on the item was organic. On the order was organic. I'm like, you're having some DoorDash driver, not a ship shopper because a lot of those ship shoppers, they are professional shoppers. I mean, they know their shit. I'm going into a Meijer I've never shopped in on Clyde Park, and you're all organic shit. Like, it was very hard to shop for her. Like, I'm like looking around, and what's interesting about the DoorDash app, it doesn't tell you. I mean, I guess it tells you kind of what aisle is, but it was all wrong.
Right, of course.
So it was so frustrating. But anyways, I guess if you're going to order organic shit, do it on Shipt. Or at least Instacart.
Do you even know? Did you know half the things?
No. No, I didn't.
So the organic cucumber. Yep, that's a cucumber. Let's tap the wrapping off. And it was...
Well, you joke about that, but they don't make you scan it. They just say, oh, you got it. And you just click, you got it. I mean, I could have put Twinkies in for everything and it would have paid out. No, I probably would have got deactivated, but
I mean, the whole concept about organic Twinkies, there's a joke right there.
Yeah, there is for sure. I'm going to skip that one. The other thing I was going to talk about because it's not that good of a story. So before we jump into the news, I want to talk about Irvine's Auto Repair Grand Rapids Hybrid, and I am not ready. Oh, look at this. I updated their logo. I put it on my sticky note, and I even upgraded their, if you notice, their rating went from a 4.7 to a 4.8. I even updated that. So I'm super proud of myself that I remember that. Irvine's Auto Repair, Grand Rapids Hybrid and EV. They are the shit for automotive repair, and especially the EV. The EV. No, you're fine. You can call them at 532-6600, or you can schedule online, irvines.com. They have been the studio sponsor for probably almost 2 years. Probably 2 years.
Yeah.
So you guys, please go there. And if you go there, please mention our name, because when they do that, when you guys mention our name, then they're like, oh, they're getting the word out. So we would really appreciate it. We love them so much. Megan is currently on vacation and enjoying some sun, some much needed vacation, but I'm going to buy a hybrid next time. So, I mean, I take my car there already, but they are the primo for hybrids in the area. So
you're going to buy a hybrid, huh?
I am. I've been looking right now and seeing the prices and throwing up in my mouth. So I'm not soon. I'm not. At least 2 years I'm waiting. If my car makes it for 2 more years.
So Jason was sharing, and I'm not going to mention any numbers, of course, but he was sharing earlier how much he spent on that car every year.
Yeah.
Because, see, Jason has all these data. We all love data, but so he's been tracking everything in an app. But what was you said? You said $11,000 a year it costs you to run that car.
So
that's not included in gas, though, right?
No, that is.
Oh, that includes gas.
So the last 5 years, between the cost of the car, the gas, the maintenance, and the insurance, it cost me $11,600 to operate that car a year.
But that's not that bad, though, if it includes gas.
I mean, yes and no. It makes me kind of throw up a little bit in my mouth. I mean, that's a lot of money. What
did you pay for the car? You said it was included in the cost of the car.
Yeah, the car was $19,000.
Okay. So that was $20,000, right? In 5 years, so what do you have, 55? So you have $35,000 left.
Yeah.
In usage over 5 years. So that's not that bad. You take good care of your car.
I do. Irvine takes good care of it.
No, but I'm just saying lots of people don't care about taking it in and doing all the little stuff.
Yeah.
You do that.
Honestly, if I could recommend anything for car maintenance, is fluids. Change your freaking fluids. Don't worry about the struts and the ball joints, like, unless it's unsafe. My shit's been needed to be replaced for 2 years, Irvine's is, and I declined it every damn time. I'm like, until that shit breaks on the road, I'm not fixing it. But if my brake fluid's dirty at all, and they say, change it. If my differential I'm not drinking, I swear to God, is dirty, change it. Like, I think fluids is the way to go. So, all right. Before we jump in the news, Jesper and I are going to do our 2021 lies, 2022 predictions. I wrote 2021. Pete, differential. So my prediction, and if you've heard one of my older episodes with the Rideshare Rodeo and Harry from Rideshare Guy, I said it on his show. So if you've heard that show, this isn't a secret. But my prediction, I think Lyft will be sold this year. I think they will be bought by Amazon or somebody that wants the infrastructure, the data, maybe not the customers, but just the way things work. Kind of like how UPS bought Roadie, that kind of thing. We talked about a lot how Lyft is even surviving.
Right. But wouldn't that just kill Lyft?
Yeah, it would. I think they've had people reach out to them to try to buy them, and I'm sure they have. Because the only thing that I think Uber survived with was the deliveries, the food delivery and those kind of things.
True. True. And then, of course, the continual negating of treating the drivers right.
Oh, yeah. For sure. I mean, it's, yeah. So that's my prediction. Let me know what your prediction is in the chat. That would be great. Jesper, what's your prediction?
So I think there's going to be more home-based gig opportunities. I can't.
He's not drinking. Seriously, the whiskey. Oh, it is right next to him.
We didn't open it today.
No.
See, Jason bought this bottle five days ago. And he helped himself to all this.
I may have gotten a little tipsy last night and woke up with a headache this morning.
But not me. No, what I mean by that is I think that with all of us being so much at home, I think there's going to be more and more opportunities for people to pick up like gigs that has to do with the home. Mm-hmm. So obviously more opportunity for delivery, more of those things. I think there's going to be a lot more for you'll see more of the apps of the, like what we have seen the last couple of years, the snowplow service, the lawnmower service, all those things that used to be much more of a you paid for the whole season. I think that's going to go more into, when you need it, you'll buy it. So stuff like that.
You brought up a good thing that triggered something in my brain, the lawnmower thing. You said lawnmower. And
yeah. Lawn service. Yeah.
We need a service because a lot of people have, let's say, sedans, and you have a push lawnmower. Shit breaks down.
Right.
You need somebody kind of like Oil Uber, which is no more, by the way. You guys, they have decided that it is not.
They folded.
They folded, but I heard through the grapevine that they have another project. But they need a gig for, and maybe that's out there, and I don't know, for somebody to do repairs at your house, like that kind of repair. Not like I'm going to change a ball joint on your SUV in the driveway, but
see, that's the thing. That's all this shit that has to be maintained.
Right.
Whether it's small engines or whatever it is, pools, all those kind of things. I think that's going to go from the pool guy to a gig.
Yeah.
A gig service.
I mean, they're already doing that with lawn mowing and snow plowing.
Right.
And I know you brought that up, but like you can get an on-demand snow plow. You don't have to have a service. Now it's going to cost you, but
of course, yeah.
But I mean, I looked into it once, but I can't remember the price. But it seemed a little expensive. It was like $50 or $60 per push. I'm like, bro, I mean, my driveway is small, like $50 or $60. But Pete says he's going to start a gig app for hugs. There probably already is something out there. Maybe it's paused during the pandemic. But bringing up an at-home gig is launder. I need that shit to take off. I don't know why it hasn't, but maybe it's the pandemic. But launder is great. You could do that at home. You could wash people's clothes at home. Steve says, my prediction is Lyft will move to an all-school transportation network for those passengers only under 18. Yeah, minors, you go pound sand. I guess it's a Steve thing. That's what he says.
Pound sand.
Pound sand. I actually use that term. I think I did it on Reddit. I was commenting on something, but yeah, I actually like your prediction. I think you're going to see more of that. I'm trying to think what else it could be around the home.
I think there's lots of things we're not even thinking about. Right? It's all the things. I mean, it's the washing of the house. It's the on the outside, right? Now
they kind of have an app for that. They have TaskRabbit and Handy.
No, I know, but they're not very popular.
True.
Well, I think those kind of apps are gonna see increased traffic.
Yeah. Mark says, I actually looked for an oil Uber the other day when my damn battery was dead. I think that's a great service. I think there's an opportunity there. Right. The problem is the marketing. I think that's where oil Uber struggled. In not having the budget to get it out there. And they probably only had a certain amount of time to get it out there, and they're going to run out of money. It happens. You know what I mean?
Well, or either that or the infrastructure behind it just wasn't all there. I don't know.
Yeah, could be. I don't know anything about them. They were a sponsor for a while, and I know our blogger for Threads is still writing blogs for Oil Uber, but whatever their next project is. So
okay.
But anyway, so they're still out there. But
hey, Larry.
Ooh, what did Steve say? Budapp.com, is that for weed? Oh, BidUp. Bidbud app.
Bidbud app. God, that's Bud app.
That's a tongue
That's
twister.
A different thing.
Yeah,
maybe that might increase too. I don't know.
It already has. I applied for a weed delivery job and they never got back to me. It was more of a like a shift. You had to pick up a shift instead of like run pirate.
What was that called?
Ease.
Yeah,
it's a national brand.
Yeah, I saw that.
EAZE, I think .com. All right, let's get in the news. So the secret's out. I do Walmart Spark delivery. It ebbs and flows. It was a disaster today. I did not get a lot of orders. I think it's kind of picked up in our area. But I kind of wanted to show you a little bit and what it looks like for different orders and how tipping works and stuff like that. So I'm going to show the first picture is this one. So if you look, this is what we see. One order, 7.6 miles delivery. The cost $41.98. I'm like, oh, that's a good order, right? And you look down, it's 164 items. 164 items for $41.98. Now, I know a lot of people somebody clearly took it. It did stay on there for a while, though. There's no tip on that, right? So that would probably take me at least, it says 173 minutes shopping. That's bullshit. I could do that in half the time, but it's at least an hour, if not more. So then you go to the next picture. 3 miles, $24, $20 base pay, and a $4 tip for one item. I mean, think about that. It was a printer. I scanned the printer. I was in the store for about 3 minutes.
Right.
And so it just makes sense to look at these apps and very strategically take those. And
well, of course.
I mean, yeah, does $42 sound great? Yeah, but I could probably do 3 of these in the amount of time it would take me to do.
But were they there?
That's where you roll the dice.
Right.
And that's why I think some desperate people do take it, because they see that and they're like, it's been slow, I better take it. But 164 items?
But that's the same as to why the hell are people taking all the $2.50
I know.
The DoorDash orders, right?
Yeah.
Like, well, it's slow. I need the money.
Yeah.
You don't need the money that much.
No, yeah. No, I don't know if those are for shop and delivers. Those aren't just for the delivers. Those prices are real low on the other one. And I don't know if the prices are high now because it's new in our market, but I guess if you have Spark, take advantage of it. But anyways.
My wife and I, we've used it a couple of times without knowing it.
Well, I don't think you've used the shop and deliver. You've used the .com.
Well, so that's the thing. My wife, she goes to Walmart.com and buys it there.
Right.
But it's so weird because half the order would be delivered by a person like you.
Yep.
And the other half comes to UPS the next day. It's like, what the heck?
Yeah, those are batch orders. So those are basically not going through the grocery
But it's
department.
just weird, right? It's like,
yeah.
She puts in an order within 45 minutes. The first part of it is there by our door. It's like, what the hell?
Let's welcome Ashley. She says, what is this?
Hey, Ashley, how are you doing?
Thanks for joining us. This is the Gig Economy Podcast. We talk about gig work. We're currently talking about Walmart Spark. Are you a Spark driver? Thanks for joining us. She probably already left. She probably hates us already. All right, Jesper. Speaking of Walmart, this gets weird. This is a weird article.
I must admit, I just skimmed it because you kept interrupting me.
Oh, you son of a bitch. You were running your mouth.
So, Walmart to expand in-home grocery delivery to 30 million U.S. homes. So basically, as I said, I did just kind of skim it, but expanding a service that will deliver your groceries directly to your refrigerator. The company announced today, first launched in 2019, Walmart's in-home delivery service, as it is called, allows customers to place grocery orders online, then receive their deliveries by having a Walmart associate enter their home.
I know.
By way of a smart lock. The service was initially tested, and then they put them away as well.
That is so fucked up. There's no way that's going to be successful.
No, I don't want anybody in my home putting shit away. And what happens if I moved the cream cheese. Now it's over here. It's like, oh, you can't move the cream cheese. What the hell are you doing? You can't.
Well, if you're putting them away and you don't have room, you got to move shit around.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, maybe she puts it one place and the same lady comes the next week, and puts it away again. And I moved it, right? So now she gets all confused. So again, we talked a lot about the whole idea of being able to supply you with some kind of a way of keeping cold stuff cold and have it delivered to a home that's locked.
Yeah.
And obviously this is the complete opposite, letting people come into your home and put it away. But I wouldn't be comfortable with that at all.
Yeah. So
what about the security risks?
Well, see, funny you bring that up. So we have the key delivery for Amazon.
Right.
So basically they open our garage door. I do have a camera in the garage.
Sure.
And they put in there. Meg's already weirded out about that. Like, especially like if we're both gone and Avery's home from school and the kids are like, Avery can babysit. She's 14.
Right.
But do I really want an Amazon driver putting packages in my garage? That's already, I'm okay with that, but putting it in my house?
Right.
I mean,
well, and then so they're saying here, they go on to say, as part of the expansion, Walmart plans to hire more than 3,000 delivery drivers over the course of the year. So wait, so we would just want any Joe Smo to walk into my home where there is potentially iPads laying out and other things laying out.
My guess is they're going to be Walmart employees and they're going to be screened. They would have to be screened.
But still, I'm not sure I'm comfortable with that.
I mean, I cleared all the background checks, but I wouldn't trust me going in someone's house. No, I'm just kidding.
No, but it's that, what? Yeah.
See, I would think it would be more successful if they sold like some sort of fridge system.
Right.
In the garage, like not in the house, like in the garage. You open the garage like Amazon does, opens my garage door, puts it in the fridge and freezer, closes the garage and leaves.
Move on. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be more successful, but I don't know anyone that would do this personally. It's only gonna be $20 a month for the customer too, which is dirt cheap.
That's what they're saying now.
Yeah.
And then 2 months after they launch, they're gonna triple it because they figure out it actually costs more than the thing is gonna cost.
So as I read through it says Walmart is creating the role of associate driver as a new full-time position that pays, wait for it, Jesper, $1.50 more per hour than most of its in-store roles. Wow, $1.50 more per hour. Oh my God. Anyways, hey Dustin.
Yeah, I just don't see it working.
I don't either. And that really screws us, right? Because if it does take off, then guess what? There goes Spark Driver because we won't need you anymore.
Well, or you're going to have to go into other people's homes and put away their groceries.
I guess I shouldn't say I won't do it. If the money is right, I'll do anything.
Well, so let's look at it from the other perspective. What about the risks to the delivery person?
Yeah.
What about Karen, I should say, Karen, who is like now calling and saying, hey, Joe Smo stole my iPad.
I wonder if they'll work out some sort of a deal with like a Ring camera. And they're like, hey, when you sign up for the service, you also get a Ring camera that's right pointing. I mean, I don't know.
I know. They're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
no.
I very rarely let anyone in my house that I don't know. I mean, certain, you know what I mean? Like a total stranger. I mean, I guess deep down, I would hope that 98% of people would be honest.
Well, and they probably are.
Yeah.
It's the 2%. They're all the ones that cost more anyways.
That screw it up.
Right.
Do you want to hear something really weird about the Walmart thing that I do? So I go shop the delivery, right? I go to check out, and I'm supposed to scan a barcode, and they only scan 3 items in my cart, and then I can go, right? So if I got a cart of... Now, I don't do this. I would never do this because I'm ethical. If I got a cart of 40 items, I can put whatever the fuck I want on the bottom of that cart. They would never know it's in there. Never. And half the time, the scanner doesn't even work. So they just look at my list, and as soon as they see 3 items that they connect with Eyewise, they're like, all right, you're good to go. I mean, I could have so many things in that cart.
Are you sure that they're not effectively using RFID though still?
I don't think so. I know that there's somebody actively in the security room that looks at all the cameras because there's been a time when I first started that it said I was good to go. So I thought I was good to go. I didn't need to talk to anybody. And when I came back for my second one, she said, hey, just to let you know, you still have to check with us because security asked me, hey, did that guy wasn't, because we don't scan the items.
Right.
We just scan a barcode and then we're gone. And she's like, you need to make sure you check in with us because security came down and asked me like, hey, was that guy a Spark driver or did he just steal all that shit? But I'm just telling you, I mean, I could get a week's worth of groceries just sneaking shit out of the cart if I wanted to.
Which you would never do.
Of course not. I'm ethical. I mean, for God's sakes. I mean, I would never do that. But I can see somebody. I mean, I also don't take $2.50 orders. So if somebody's broke enough, and we'll talk about a guy later, a video of a guy eating some guy's food because he was so broke because he couldn't afford it. I mean, some people would do that. I probably shouldn't have said this on the podcast. It's going to give somebody an idea. So forget I said this. John said I had a Karen tell me to wait until she checked everything in the bag, and I told her to call Dee Dee if there's anything missing and left. Yeah, I ain't waiting. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
I ain't waiting for shit.
On to the next.
So this one, I am doing rideshare again, as you know, and I feel like I'm a rookie rideshare driver right now, even though I have thousands of rides. So I get a reservation ride, and look at this thing on the screen. Look at the time, 18 minutes and 40 seconds. So basically, it was 20 minutes. It was going to make me wait 20 minutes to pick this guy up. Why did it send me there so cotton picking early? Or should it say, hey, you got this ride, but we're going to send you to another one while you're waiting for this ride? And as soon as, I don't know. You would think the algorithm would work. Thankfully, he came out in 3 minutes, and it was no big deal. But look at that. Who's going to wait 20 minutes?
Well, you were supposed to.
Fuck that. I was going to give it 5 minutes, and I was going to be out of there. So I know it does say that it is a reservation ride, and a lot of people just don't accept those. But again, I feel like I'm a rookie because I'm getting back into it. And I missed that it was a reservation ride. I probably wouldn't have accepted it. So,
but next time you won't.
Probably not. Although it's pretty slow, guys. It's pretty slow.
So you say it's pretty slow.
Yeah.
But you still kind of you still reach your goal fairly often, fairly quickly.
I typically don't work more than 6 hours a day to hit my goal. And I'll tell you, all my money goal, it's $150. It's not a ton, but it's what I need, and that works for me. I mean, this is kind of my quote unquote off season, so I don't work as much as I do in the summer. But so $150, and it took me longer today. But I also got a $50 Uber bonus. Without that $50, I probably would have just quit and gone home because I was frustrated. But no, man, I mean, Walmart's slow, rideshare's slow.
Ugh.
I mean, I can't get a DoorDash. Usually you can do Pirate, and when it gets red, you can hit Dash now. I haven't seen it red in like 2 weeks. Like, it is.
No $3.50 orders to you.
Nothing. Not even anything. Like, I can't even get on the damn fucking board. So shit is slow. That is Steve's fiance. You know, he got engaged. I
did not.
Yeah.
Hey, Marissa, how you doing?
He is getting married on August 6th.
I think it totally looks like he's like marrying up, though.
Well, of course. God.
We all were.
Looks like my internet is sketching out a little bit, but anyways. Okay, so we are going to do an ad for us. We would love you to join us on Patreon. If you go to Patreon.com.
See how I didn't know?
I know. You know, I think
I'm all excited. What are we doing now?
I think the next show is you're going to do all the ads. I'm going to say, go, Patreon. No, patreon.com, search the Gig Economy Podcast. We do an extra podcast a month, which I don't think we've done one in January, so we need to freaking do that. And then you get, on the third month, you get a exclusive piece of merch. Our Patreon John got a clock, a little bit more than I wanted to spend, but he got a clock.
Don't give me any ideas.
It was pretty. Hey, it's all up to our discretion. I can deny what you want. So, but check it out. We really appreciate it. Patreon.com, search the Gig Economy Podcast. Thank you all for the support. Fuck, I am on the struggle bus today, y'all. Trying to unclick shit. All right, Jesper, you're up.
Somebody sign up for Patreon right now. Come on, go.
Yeah, do it. Who's going to be the next one?
So this is an interesting TikTok that's coming up right now of a driver who has some disabilities.
And I'm wondering if you guys would be uncomfortable with this guy driving. So here we go. It's pretty short.
Good afternoon, sir. Hey, man, I don't have any hands and I don't have any feet. Does that make you nervous for this ride?
Do you have a driver's license?
You need a driver's license for this? Yes, I am a licensed driver in the state of Texas, my friend.
All right.
Go?
Yeah, we're good.
All right, let's do this, my man.
So anyways, short and sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Would you have a problem with that?
No,
I don't think I would either. I feel like if the government gave him a driver's license, I mean, he passed all the tests, I wouldn't have a problem with it.
Well, exactly. That's it, right? And the car was obviously his and set up for him.
Right.
So,
although I didn't see anything. We couldn't see the pedals.
We couldn't see the left side either. You can see the right side of it. You can't see everything that's on the left side.
Yeah.
And so there's lots of assistive technologies in that car.
Yeah.
I'm sure that was there to help him doing that. So I'm sure he would do just a fine job.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be uncomfortable.
I thought it was super cool
absolutely
that he kind of recorded that video. It seemed a little set up, but I mean, it was still the fact that he didn't have his arms and his legs and he was able to freaking drive.
Oh, yeah.
That's incredible. So kind of we always talk about shitty shit on this show. It's always the negative, but I thought that was really cool to see that.
So
guy
you mentioned how do you drive without his feet? They actually have all those what's it called?
Adaptive or
whatever. It sits in the wheel. It's up in the steering wheel. So
he uses his hands for gas and brake.
Yep.
Oh,
they move him up there. Yep.
That'd be awesome. Although I don't think I would be able to text and drive if I had to do that. I was wondering if you would get it right away.
Just ask Google, right?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, John. John's actually on the show. Oh my gosh.
Is that Bud Dickman?
I think that's Bud Dickman, y'all. All right, so that was pretty cool. So Instacart. So I thought this was kind of interesting, as you know, we're talking about predictions. Come on, internet. There you go. So Instacart prepared food delivery service takes on DoorDash. I thought you guys can't see this, but there's a graph here. It says Instacart dominates U.S. market share of grocery delivery transactions, and they have 52.8% of all the grocery delivery transactions in the United States. That's incredible.
Did you say 52%?
52. 25% Walmart, 14% Amazon, then Target, and then Fresh Direct and Kroger. That's crazy, though, that Instacart has more than half the market on that. So
there you go.
They're going to be able to choose from hundreds of ready-to-eat meals, such as rotisserie chicken. Hey, we talked about the chicken van going down, or the chicken robot.
The chicken robot,
right.
Yeah.
Sushi soups from grocery stores included Kroger, Publix, and some shop I can't pronounce. The shoppers will be able to attack on a few grocery items and the delivery service promises 30 minutes or less. Will available at 4,100 stores in 35 states. So it's super interesting.
So this is like a good home cooked meal, but delivered?
Yeah, basically, yeah. So the demand for grocery and food delivery alike has largely remained resilient even through the pandemic.
Yep.
Companies are jockeying to cater to consumers' insatiable appetite for convenience by promising faster service and expanding in non-food categories like alcohol. Instacart's average, so some of these stats are really interesting. Instacart's average order values are typically 3 to 4 times larger than Uber and DoorDash. But this is because the customer spends more on stocking up on pantry items rather than individual takeout meals. However, Instacart's customers also order less frequently, which like once a week, instead of DoorDash 2 or 3 times a week. Instacart average order has seen decline, and we're about 15% lower in November. The new prepared meal hub builds on Instacart's acquisition of FoodStorm. I didn't know this, a catering ordering management system in October. So interesting. So I guess you can order like an on-demand meal, but not on-demand, like a hot rotisserie chicken. I don't know. Would you do that?
No.
No? You'd rather just order like, I'm going to order from Chick-fil-A. If I'm going to order fast food or something hot, I'm not going to order like this meal. So I think it'd be like more like a meal kit. So you'd get the chicken,
sure.
You get the taters, the veggies, all warm and everything, but not your jam.
I don't know.
I'd try it out.
You know, I had this idea once, and I'm probably never going to do anything with it because I'm too busy with everything else. But the idea was that if you cooked for your family anyways, right? How big of a deal would it be to make 2 more, versions of the same dish? Like, let's say you're making, I don't know.
Lasagna.
Sure.
That's an easy one.
Right. So you're making lasagna for 4 if you have 4 people at home.
Yeah.
How big of a deal would it be to just take 2 portions of that, portion it up into a container and then sell those? So what you would do is you would list on your app, you would list home cooked lasagna for 1, right? Ready for pickup 5:00.
Okay.
Right? And you can sell that for $5-8, whatever. Now, John, who's not on his way home from his work at home, he could stop by your home on his way home and then just pick up that portion, and all the payment is done over the app.
I actually like that idea. It's actually pretty a sweet idea.
It's a home cooked meal, right?
I think there would be some liability issues with cooking it at home. It would have to be.
But that's the thing, though. It's a home cooked meal. It's not a professionally cooked meal. It would be sold like that.
So I think you would have to have. Remember that guy we had on the show, that hand guy, the hand guy.
Yeah,
hand guy. That
you had to do the most.
I know. What is his name? Nice guy. He. God, what was his name? I can't remember.
Right.
But basically he had an app, and he didn't really, it was a free app.
Sure.
He facilitated those connections.
Right.
And then he didn't do anything with money either. So that would be the next level. So I think you could do something like that. I actually really like that, because my mother-in-law, who lives alone, struggles for cooking.
Well, that's the thing. It's super expensive to cook for 1.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
it's super expensive to cook for 1. And so there's probably lots of people, like students who on the way home or whatever, they could stop on the way home from school or pick up one of those meals. And it's not going to be, it costs maybe, I would think that lasagna, for instance, if you're already cooking for 4, it's going to cost you $2-3 per portion at most.
Yeah.
To make another one. Because you already, the mess is the same. Everything else is the same.
Yeah. And you could have a rating system, so if it tastes like dog shit, or if it was a bad delivery or something or setup. But Mark says he used Factor mail order meals. I don't know what that is.
Well, it's probably those what are they called?
Oh, HelloFresh.
Yeah,
That shit's expensive.
I know.
That stuff is expensive. Yeah, you need something is something that's affordable. Which, hey, $5 for a lasagna?
Whatever you would sell
Yeah.
it for, right?
I like that idea.
And obviously, as you said, you put the rating system in there. It's like, hey, this food tastes really good or whatever. And it helps you, for the family member, it helps getting your grocery money to last a little bit longer, right? Because you just put that back into the budget.
Yeah, exactly. So you basically almost get your meals for free if you did it every day because someone's buying the other
right.
two.
Somebody's paying the ingredients, right?
I kind of like that.
So
that's a good idea. Mark, 8 to 12 a meal, that's pricey. Holy shit. I mean, to me, that is. I don't know. I mean, you don't have to cook anything, but.
So, Steve, you're right. You cook for 4, you freeze the other 3 portions, but then you're stuck with having to eat those other 3 portions.
Yeah.
Which is fine if you can do that. But, how many times do you want to do that? And how many portions do you want to put in your freezer?
And let's be frank, and me, maybe because I'm bougie, once that shit goes in the freezer, yeah, you can eat it. It's edible, but it doesn't taste as good as when you made it. Hell no. And there's a certain time frame before it gets freezer bite or whatever they call it, where it gets all crispy on the edge. Like,
right.
Nah, I ain't good. I like your idea, Jesper. We need to get some angel investors. Let's do this shit.
Steve, come on. Put us in contact with the angels.
Yeah,
come on.
Frick. Steve knows everyone. For God's sakes, get us some angels. Get Para to give us a call. All right, we're slowly creeping along here.
It's okay. It's okay. Is it my turn?
Yes, sir, it is.
It's my turn to talk about
Papa.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was that one. Right? So there's a new lately on my wife mentioned it was on her Facebook stream. So there's a new gig economy opportunity called Papa, and the website goes to joinpapa.com. And the idea is you can become a senior's friend, which is actually also a good idea. So basically, you get paid to help seniors out. You can get paid to shop for them, or be social with them, meet with them, talk with them, play games, whatever it is that you want to do that they need to know. It's not meant for obviously what's it called, medical services at all, right? This is just to kind of be their friend, provide friendship and social stuff.
What about sexual?
It doesn't say anything about
that. Specify that.
No, it doesn't. Again, okay. I didn't read the terms, so there might be something about.
I might be
know.
into some gilfs.
The problems I had, again, take seniors for a walk, exactly, that kind of stuff. The problem I had with it was anything I saw, it was like people, gig workers should expect $15 an hour, and I think that's a little low.
Oof.
That's a little low for most gig workers that I know. I think most are aiming to want to be between $20 and $25 an hour. Now, that's when you also have to pay for a vehicle. In this case here, you wouldn't have to pay for a vehicle.
Well, I mean, you still got to drive there. You got to
get to the senior, yes, but you're not driving around the hour.
Right.
So there's that.
But, I mean, who in their right mind, especially in this market where you can go to Starbucks and make $20 an hour,
sure.
Who would do $15 an hour to sit with an old person? I mean, you're going to have to pay me $50 an hour. Like, I'm sorry.
Well, we already know that you wouldn't join Papa.
Yeah, that ain't not for me. So, again, unless there's sexual favors involved.
Again.
Sorry. None of these, hey, I have to take a time out.
This is seniors.
None of these fuckers commented on my pallet wall.
I know.
Not one of them said, wow, that's cool. I hate all of you. Dead to me. I'm just kidding. No, I think it's a good gig for somebody that maybe is looking to go into maybe some nursing, and they want to, they want to learn to care. I don't know.
I mean, I got to tell you, so I this may come as a surprise for you guys, but I did not always live in America. I didn't.
Really?
Yeah, I know. A big surprise. I'm from Denmark. But when I first got over here, which was in 2001, my first job, I was working for a local nonprofit here called Senior Neighbors. Oh. And one of their biggest jobs was to provide socialization services for the seniors because it's so important.
It is. They get so lonely.
They do. They just sit there, right? And So that was actually a pretty big deal. So Senior Neighbors was operating as a Senior Meals on Wheels center. They had 6 locations, still do today. So they're working together with Senior Meals on Wheels, which is a national organization, to feed the seniors. But then Senior Neighbors was then providing socialization services and then other services as well. Like they would help with paying bills and that kind of stuff. And we had, at our at the downtown office, we had probably 15 caseworkers, just helping seniors all the time.
Yeah,
all kinds of stuff. So that was really cool. But the difference that we made at the centers for the seniors, that was the biggest thing. By providing, it was the bingo, or when they first came out with the first Wii's, they had Wii golf and all that stuff in the scene. It was so much fun. So that was big deal. And so I think when I saw the popper, it's like that's actually a really good deal. It's a really good idea.
Yeah, you know what else I could see? You remember? I think it's that Go Parent that runs through Lyft.
Sure,
I could see that a service like that helps like seniors order stuff on DoorDash. Because I'll be frank, it can be a little complicated to run those apps. How cool would it be if there was a third party on top of a third party that could help these seniors? Like, hey, I want a little thing of ice cream. Like, they don't know how to fucking go on a DoorDash app. Like, what if they just called somebody, like probably how they call Go Parent, and said, hey, I would really love some Ben & Jerry's. And then this company dispatches to DoorDash, and then the driver goes. I mean, I think that would be a cool service too. I think a lot of elderly people miss out on the conveniences that they really would enjoy because they just don't know how to do it.
Well, exactly, and then they would rather not.
They would rather not because it's confusing, and so they go without. But I mean, shit, man, when you're old, like that's the time to enjoy that ice cream and enjoy that, whatever you want.
But you don't want to enjoy it alone.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I could deal without a woman if I had Ben & Jerry's every night.
That might you Megan.
How about an app that sends a school bus to pick up your kids for school? So it's funny you bring that up. We struggle with that with Sully. He is autistic, my youngest son.
Right. And
he goes, it's called ABA therapy. And we, Megan and I are both working, and we really struggled with transportation and getting him to and from. I think, and I know there are some apps out there, but I think that would be an incredible, you could make so much money. I know there's a lot of liability around with that, but moving
it's not even just the liability. I think in this particular case, it's the trust. I mean, it's the knowing that your son would be good taken care of.
I would trust the person, like they wouldn't harm the child, because I'm assuming.
No, sure.
I would be worried them driving. Like, how terrible would you feel if your kid was with this driver and they got in an accident and your kid died? You're like, oh my God, I had to work so much so I could, so I had some rando drive my kid around and they got T-boned and he died. Like, you feel so bad. But it's tough out there for parents, man, to get their kids to and from school. So we're creating all these apps tonight. Yes,
I know. We are like.
By the way,
angels. Come on.
Yeah, by everything's verbal trademark. So if I see any of this shit happen, you will be talking to our attorney,
which we have to hire first.
Yeah, not a sponsor yet. Okay, we're gonna bust through some of these real quick because we're coming up on time. But I wanted to talk about. This is kind of old news, but it happened like the day we streamed. Uber driver stranded on I-95. Oh, no, I wanted to go the other one first. So this guy was an Uber passenger. He was hit with a $600 bill stuck on that
one.
Yeah. And he was very pissed and everything like that. They ended up refunding him his money, but I guess the bill was $200. And then Peter said Uber tacked on an additional $400 in charges, raising his bill to $600. I mean, what do you expect? You were sitting there for, I don't know how they got from $200 to $600 though, even if they were
they were stuck 9 hours.
Still, if you're not, it's only time that you're getting paid for though. It's like 10 cents a minute. So you're getting paid $6 an hour. Think about it.
It can't be that.
But I mean, our wait time is only 10 cents a minute, unless there was a surge on it.
But that's the thing. That we don't know that. And again, we know that there's a big difference between what they charge and what they pay us.
Touche. You're right. They may be charging the customer $3 a minute for waiting, but
I thought I read the article that it was 9 hours they were stuck on the highway.
yeah, for this one. So I'm glad Uber, I don't know. Uber's got in trouble before taking advantages of those areas. But again, we talked about how the algorithm takes time to catch up. They don't quite know that there's like a natural disaster. And the other one was this guy picked up a gal that her train was I don't know, got delayed or something. Or it was a derailment. And he took her and they got stuck overnight on the road, ended up buying her a hotel room later and stuff like that. But the interesting part of it, all the chatter on Reddit was it was a teenage girl.
Right.
No one said her age, so she could be 18 or 19, but man, people were killing this guy.
Well, but I also, I mean, from what I read, and I must say I only kind of really read the intro, but I mean, he got himself another room. I mean, they were not in the same room.
Oh, no. But I mean, the whole point is like he was transporting a minor.
Well,
allegedly.
Yeah.
Originally.
Okay, yeah.
So people were all up in arms on Reddit saying, so Steve says she was 15. I don't know where he got that information from. I have not found anything her age, but.
Well, he probably talked to her. I got one. Thank you.
That was worth it. So yeah, I mean, so here's a general question of someone that's lived in the North my whole life. Why didn't they just fucking turn their cars off and go walk and get out of there? Who waits? I would have wrote a note, stuck it on my steering wheel, left the keys in there and said, I'm fucking out of here. I'm not waiting in this car. Like I would never have waited there unless they were in BFE and it was like 20 miles from the nearest town.
Right.
Wouldn't you have done that too?
Oh, sure.
I'm not sitting in this.
No.
Shit, I'd probably pull to the side and just fucking try to four-wheel it out of there. I mean, we're from Michigan, man. We'll try anything in the snow. But I just couldn't believe everyone just stayed there overnight. Were they worried that their car was going to get stolen or something?
I don't know. I mean, they were all, stuck on the highway. And then if you don't really know where you're going, then you kind of...
Well, here's the thing. You don't know when it's going to get cleared up either.
Sure.
I mean, if I would wait for about an hour until I heard, hey, this is going to be a 3 or 4 hour gig.
Right.
I'd park it, leave the keys in it, and just leave. I'll let the tow truck driver move it to the side of the road or whatever. I'm not staying there overnight. Fuck that.
Right.
So anyways.
No, absolutely.
This guy got a job somewhere at a new rideshare company. I don't know. He probably shouldn't have took the minor, but whatever. I'm glad he bought her a hotel room. And
I was gonna say it seemed like he did right by her.
What?
He did right by her.
I did not hear that. I heard another R word. Maybe that's what I was thinking.
I did not say that.
But yeah, he did right by her. He did. It was good. He's a great guy. I got nothing against him. I just thought it was interesting. But our beautiful sponsor, Moose Financial, and then we'll wrap this bitch up. Where is the slide? So Moose Financial is a great sponsor of ours. They've been around since November 10th. We hope they sign up for another another sponsor session. I hope you've used Moves Financial and downloaded the app. The app is in the. I will share this app right now. Anyways, so yeah, Moves is the new home for your gig business, the unofficial bank for gig workers. Tons of members across all 50 states. They offer a cash advance up to $1,000 interest-free checking, or interest-free calculated simply based on gig earnings. So if you average $400 a week, you can get up to a $400 interest-free loan. Interest-free loan. It's not really a loan if it's, well, I guess it's kind of a loan.
It's a loan.
Yeah. Yes, it's a loan.
They want their money back.
They want their money back for sure. So yeah, check them out. You can download the, let me try to share this link. I am on the struggle bus, y'all. I need a producer. I need somebody, a virtual producer. Sharing the link in there. Please download the app. You can get an iOS and Android. One cool thing they're doing is after you get a certain amount of earnings through your debit card, they're giving you an opportunity to own Uber stock, Grubhub stock. Is Grubhub public? Yeah, it is. I actually bought some DoorDash stock from Stash.
You bought some DoorDash?
Am I bad? I hate DoorDash, but they're doing kind of good. Because they're not paying their drivers.
I bought Peloton. They're crashing.
Are they? Why? What's wrong with Peloton?
Oh, they're just crashing.
Not
down.
good. But anyways, please download their app and check them out. Even if you don't get their debit card, I wish you would. Just use it. It tracks all your earnings too, so you connect your accounts like DoorDash and Uber, and it shows how much you make on a daily basis, and that's really cool to get a snapshot on that too.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, it's pretty cool. We really like Moves Financial. We appreciate them so very much. All right. Oh, I need to read the disclaimer. Ready?
Yes.
I've been struggling tonight. Moose Financial is a financial tech.
Take a sip of water.
Nope. Moose Financial is a financial technology company. It's not a bank. Banking services provided by Blue Ridge. Nope. Blue Ridge, slowing down. Blue Ridge Bank NA, member FDIC. The Moose Financial Visa debit card is issued by Blue Ridge Bank NA pursuant to a license from Visa USA Incorporated. May be used everywhere Visa debit cards are accepted. That was the worst one, and that was like our 6th one that I've read it. Hopefully they don't listen to this one. That was terrible.
Not getting any better.
Nope, it's not. All right, real quick. Jesper, this is a picture that food got delivered to your house because you don't tip. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
My house looks nothing like that.
So this guy, this was on a $4 3-mile delivery, no tip. Didn't plow or shovel. This is the best you get, buddy. It's a lot of snow, and he put it basically at the end of the driveway and didn't walk it up to the house. Would you ever do that?
No.
I would never do that.
But on the other hand, I wouldn't leave it like that either. If I ordered, that kind of delivery pizza, I would clear a path.
You would at least clear a path to the door.
Absolutely. And Steve, I do tip very much. I'd like to point out.
See, John saw that you didn't tip on Reddit. He even said right there, he saw it on Reddit.
I tip.
Shit, John shared a couple of things too. I forgot. John, you got to join the Telegram group because then I'll copy and paste it right back into a chat on Telegram.
We'll use it next time.
Yeah, he did share a couple articles on Facebook Messenger. But yeah, can you believe the balls on this guy? I have too much work ethic. Yeah, see, John, why don't you tip, Jesper? I have too much work ethic to leave that there. I would rather be cold and gross than leave that food there. It's just, I feel bad for the food. I mean, someone worked hard to make that, and it's bad for the restaurant. Like, it's bad for everybody. And this driver, he gets off because he took a $4 no tip. Well, why'd you fucking take it?
Right.
You shouldn't have took a $4. I mean, it's DoorDash, so I mean, sometimes they hide the tips, but anyways. All right.
And I do tip. I'd like
does.
to point out, I do tip.
He does. Barely. All right, quick video of a guy that basically ate this guy's food. See if you can kind of figure out. I'll try to bump up the volume a little bit. It's kind of weird, and the guy doesn't. The volume's a little weird. We'll play it real quick and we'll discuss. Oh, and it's super windy and it's annoying. So you probably hate me already. Okay, here we go.
Hey, what's going on, man? I think you're eating my food. No. You got that from Bruno's, the wings or the ribs. But you're eating it right now.
Bro,
it's in your hands right there.
Look.
Right there.
Yeah.
I see it right there.
Yeah.
I just ordered from Bruno's. You picked it up, you dropped it off. You're eating it right there.
Yeah, bro, because you don't
Okay.
waste it. Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, you don't waste it, man.
What?
You don't waste it.
What do you mean?
They get full, bro. That's why.
Huh?
Yeah.
It fell.
Yeah.
So why don't you report it to Uber? Why don't you call them and tell them? Why'd you drop off half the order?
You don't waste it. That's why.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Now, bro, the food like fall.
So why'd you drop off half the order? You're supposed to tell them I paid for a full order. They're not gonna give me my money back. They don't do that shit anymore. I know how Uber works. Now, when the food gets stolen, they charge you the full price. So why the fuck did you eat my food?
Bro, I'm sorry for that. Like,
I'm not
you
fucking.
don't waste it, bro. You
No,
don't waste it.
it's not a fucking game. You stole.
Okay, so it was kind of hard to hear what was going on. The guy actually...
It was just about to get good.
Yeah, I know. So the guy on Reddit actually commented about that because he actually uploaded the video himself. It wasn't just a share. Apparently, John, this is the one he shared to me. So apparently I did copy and paste and put it in the rundown.
Good job.
He goes, yeah, I wish he was an asshole and got aggressive about it. But to my understanding, he was just greedy and didn't have money to buy his own, to buy the type of food he wants to eat. He didn't even have $40 in his bank account to transfer me. This is the first option I gave him. Second was to call Uber and post this video. And he decided to not pay the guy for his video. So.
But didn't he say something about he dropped it? And
yeah, it sounded like he dropped it, so it was like a half.
He didn't want it to get to waste.
Yeah, so I kind of get that, but bro, go around the fucking corner. Like, clearly you just started going to town on it right in front of the guys. I mean, he walked, maybe 5 seconds, and he was at that guy's car, so that was a little weird. Steve said if it fell, why would he be eating it? I think he said half of it fell, so he's like, he didn't want it to go to waste. Totally agree. But clearly you need to cancel it, and then they would reach out to the customer like, hey, blah, 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 drop the food or something. But
he still wanted your order.
Yeah.
You still want to get paid for the order.
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
So he wanted to buy and eat it too.
I think it's cake, but I know
whatever.
You're from Denmark, so I'll let you go on that one.
See, I like pie better. It's better.
I do too. I agree. All right, so you're up next. Let's skip that one.
Skip that one.
That one's dumb. Okay, this one's kind of cool. Real quick, you can actually order Girl Scout cookies for DoorDash. You can get them delivered. A lot of people. There was a lot of hate on Reddit about this one. Basically saying that they should earn their badges because they're Girl Scouts. I'm like, bro. You know how much money Girl Scouts is going to make doing this through DoorDash?
Yeah.
So much money. I actually looked on the app. I was going to order some because I don't know anybody that has Girl Scout cookies, but it's not live in Grand Rapids yet. But apparently by the end of February, it's going to be almost everywhere. So check your local DoorDash app to order your Girl Scout cookies.
I can't.
Why?
Because if I do, we're going to order way too many.
You're going to order $100 worth of Girl Scout cookies. So... Next one, I'm excited about this one. Larry would love this one too because of the Baja Blast.
That is true. It's the new Taco Bell subscription service.
This is great. I don't hate Taco Bell. It's not my first go-to, but I love this story.
It's like, okay, so the idea is, I need to go here. For $10 a month, you'll get a taco subscription service. And the idea is that you say here,
you basically get one free taco per day for 30 whole days. Well, you were struggling. I'm fucking reading it 10 times. I'm like, God dang, go. Have that shit pre-up.
It was up. Okay. So you get one a day for free for 30 days. But there was more too, right? You also got free delivery.
Oh, really? I missed that part.
I thought I read that. I did.
You're fucking fired.
I know. Fire me now. See, the thing is, but you can't fire me. I have to be sold.
That's true.
So
I don't see anything about delivery. I'm reading it really quick.
They can earn their DoorDash badges.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Is it still up there? It says those who sign up are required to purchase the $10 Taco Lovers Pass via the app. The pass then unlocks a secret category where users can choose which taco to redeem before picking it up at participating restaurants. I don't think they're delivering that shit. I don't know where you read that. But anyways, okay. So you get one fucking taco a day. Who's going to sign up for that? Who can eat one taco? If I go to Taco Bell, eat like 6.
Right.
So I guess
but for $10, you get one a day. So that's 30 free tacos.
I guess.
30 tacos.
But it's just a scam. Sorry, I interrupt you. I apologize.
No, what I'm saying, if you eat at Taco Bell a lot, every time you order, you get that and more shit.
That's exactly it. They know that
they're
going to get people that don't regularly eat at Taco Bell because they want the taco, and then they're going to order $20 more of other things. I don't think it's good for the customer, though, personally.
Oh, no.
I would never do that. I would like to see some sort of break or snack system for drivers, for gig workers. Like a deal. Remember when they had the Subway deal where you could get a free 6-inch a week? That was great.
I used it.
So did I. The cookie and the drink. I would literally go to the one on Fulton on the west side, and I'll be like, there we go. Like, I got a little snack. I wish they would do that.
The thing is,
again.
I would get a free one and I would buy one from Maxwell. So, it's not like I wasn't paying it.
Exactly. Just like the whole Taco Bell thing. You end up spending more money there.
Well, yeah.
Ugh, so frustrating. I wish Uber would bring that back. Anyways, I was hoping it was going to be a taco and Baja Blast, but apparently not. So
maybe you just pay for the Baja Blast.
that's true. Why, I shared this twice. I guess that's our last article. I double shared a fucking
That is
article.
the last.
Well, guys, I appreciate everything.
I thought it was a decent show.
I mean, I'd give it like maybe a C+. I fucked up the disclosure.
B minus.
Okay. All right. B minus. B minus because Steve and John were here.
I know.
So that bumps it up.
Well, and then Marissa.
Marissa was here.
Maybe
And then
that makes it a B.
And then that new gal, she's not even still on. What was her name?
I don't know.
I got to find it. Oh, Ashley. Ashley Connor, you are the star of the show. You've won a prize.
I was gonna
You know, you did. You really won a prize. You better say that you're online or you can't. You better say it. You got 10 seconds. If you don't say it in 10 seconds, we have a prize sitting here for you.
Wait, Steve. So you're saying Marissa is a solid B plus?
Oh, shit. Man.
Whew.
Damn. C+, John, fuck you. You're fired. Sending me articles. It's a C+ from your articles. No, I'm just kidding, John. We went over an hour, so you guys should be lucky. I'm usually hard and fast 1 hour, but Jesper wouldn't shut the hell up. But guys, thank you so much for supporting the show. We really appreciate it. Join us, Steve and I, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern to 9 p.m. on TNCRadio.live.
I think that's what it is.
But anyways, join us. We'd love to have you call in or whatever. It's a fun little show. Yeah, I'm working OT. I'm billing the company for overtime. That's bullshit.
What time and a half of nothing is still nothing. So
That's true. Shit. All right, guys. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.